Hello, welcome to Yellow Business segment. My name is Jennifer of Brooksdale. I'm here at the AY Stitches. Joining me today is the CEO of AY Stitches, Mr. Ayodeji Olujoye. I hope I got that right. Good to meet you, sir.
You're welcome.
Walking into your office space or walking into your business, I was wowed. And I just want to start off. How did the name AY Stitches come? So, what that's the origin. How did you get the name? How did you coin the name AY Stitches?
That same name started when I was even training, before I
Okay.
started. One day I was climbing the pedestrian bridge, I just heard AY stitches.
Ooh,
So as I was coming down, AY stitches, I said, okay, I'm Hayo by name. Okay, that name is good. So I just decided to use that name. And since then, that name has come to stay.
wow,
AY stitches, yeah.
wow. Now you talked about climbing the bridge and everything. Of course, having to start up a business comes with a lot of challenge or challenges. Now let's talk about the challenges you experience trying to, bring AY Stitches into
Limelight.
existence. Yes.
Oh, okay. As a Nigerian, challenges should not be something that people should be afraid of
Yeah.
because it's a norm here in Nigeria, and that makes us stronger. Okay, as it is, um, anything you are doing,
Yeah.
any profession at all that you are doing,
Yeah.
if you are not challenged, you have not started.
Ooh,
You haven't,
true.
because everything will challenge you.
Yeah.
Even the system will challenge you and say you cannot do this.
Mhm.
The NEPA itself will challenge you. So everything will challenge you. So, but if you are ready, if you have passion for it, that should not be a problem. You keep going. You keep going to get there.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. Now, over 2 decades being in business, what would you say has been your strategy to, stay relevant in a competitive industry like this?
Hmm. You want to hear the honest truth?
Yeah.
It's God. It's God. Oh, that's the source.
Okay.
That's the strength behind the
Yeah.
whole AY cities,
Wow.
because it's not easy. That's the honest truth. It's not easy, but you see, like I said earlier, when you have passion for something, you won't allow anything to weigh you down, even when there's nothing. When you don't even have generator,
Yeah.
apart from my neighbor, you don't have that one, but you know that you must deliver.
Yeah.
So I do anything to make sure I get this thing done. Because it is something that I love doing. Because right from my secondary day school, I started to feel prefect. I like to dress well. So that thing has always been in and my
Okay.
father, you don't want to know this man. The man can, they call him action man
Okay.
because he dresses very well.
Wow.
So that thing is from the gene, is from within.
Yeah.
So I love fashion. So no matter the challenges, no matter what has come my way, I don't see it as a stopping block.
Ooh.
I see it as a stepping forward. Because one thing about all these things is when you stop failing, you stop going.
Hmm. I think I'm going to take that home with me.
So you have to make sure that you keep going.
Yeah.
Don't allow anything to weigh you down. Even when you don't have anything at all, just try your best to make sure that I have to move. I can't stop here. I have to move. And we are still moving.
Wow.
This is not the destination. We are not there yet.
Well, I
Yeah.
love that. Now you talked about, the challenges, having to run the field and the rest. Now, let's talk about our present Nigeria. We know the situation right now in Nigeria. Do you think a lot of businesses, mostly coming from your industry, of course, we know electricity is important to your business. Do you think a lot of businesses will survive in this trying time?
You see, that's where you need to call on your creator to help you out.
Yes, yeah,
Because Nigeria of today, everybody feel the heat. But because we've been on for over 2 decades.
yeah.
So, and at this stage, no matter what it is, we will not stop. Because we've stabilized to some extent.
Okay.
So whatever it is, we are moving. You get like you said that challenges in Nigeria, what is going on now affected a lot of people, which is true. So many companies has packed up, they've stopped operating.
Yeah.
But you see, God has made a name for us, and so many people happens to know AY stitches for what they do.
Mm.
So no matter what, people will wear clothes,
Yeah.
people will eat.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So some people will see be in position to deliver that essential needs. So we are one of them. So we are known all over the Africa, not even all over the Africa, even outside.
Wow.
You know, mentioned in Europe, Canada, US. God has been faithful. So if one is not coming, the second one, there is no how. Everybody can't stop at a time.
Yeah.
So if they're not coming from this angle, they must come from this angle. So that's how we are.
Now I also know that the Miss Nigeria 2018 and 2019, your brand was in charge of the clothing. That's the clothing. Um, how were you surprised when that? Because of course, Miss Nigeria is a big one for us here. Were you surprised, or how did you feel having to get such a huge contract? So let's talk about getting that huge contract.
You know, the journey of 1,000 miles
Yeah.
begin with a step.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Once you are good at what you are doing, that will be a referral.
True.
People will always refer you and say, okay, have you contacted this guy? The guy is doing very well because they've seen one or two things you do. And that's why I said that in life, when you want to do anything,
Yeah.
don't let money be the first thing.
Ooh.
You do some little, some giveaway, some people. But you
Okay.
never know. That thing you do will come back.
Wow.
So people will always refer you. So it's a referral that got us to that point.
Yeah.
And aside from Miss Nigeria, we've done for so many people, done
Wow.
for so many people, so many big organizations, done for Big Brother Nigeria. In fact, we for like 4 years or 5 years now, we've been clothing them, Big Brother Nigeria,
Wow.
and then the at that time,
Yeah.
we clothe them as well. So we always want to touch the top brands.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that okay, we are one of those top people
Mm.
that eat the root and corner of Nigeria, so that when our name is mentioned, that name rings a bell that oh, these people, we
Yeah.
know them, they do well.
Mm.
So that has been helping. That has been our goal. That has been
Yeah.
our sustainer. If that name rings a bell anywhere you mention AY stitches, people will always come back and say, okay, I think I've heard that name somewhere. So to do business with us is not a problem because so many people are there are so many fraudsters out there.
Yeah.
But when you register your name, you register your company, they search you on Google, they see that okay, you are relevant. So it won't be difficult to get to contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things.
So I was about asking you that question, and that was the next question coming to my mind, and you said something. Now it's one thing to be registered in, of course, the CAC, having the CAC
Mm.
registration and the rest. Then it's another thing. There's another secret to sustain your brand. You can develop a brand today, and then you lose that same brand tomorrow. So what approach or what's your secret to ensuring that the AY Stitches brand, not they don't just stay relevant in the industry, but having to your clientele keeps growing. So what has been your secret strategy?
Well, we have always been on media. We make use of YouTube, um, Facebook, Google itself, and so many other, and even the media houses.
Yeah.
Some of them get to know us. So
Yeah.
we use that channels because we run so many commercial,
Yeah.
on DSTV and so many. So that thing has really helped us to spread our
Yeah.
net. So that's one of the secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, media.
That's the power of social media.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about the AY brand. That's the AY Stitches brand.
Yes.
When someone walks into your organization,
Yeah.
what is the first thing you want them, like someone coming to meet your brand for the first time? What's the one thing you want them to think when one is coming to you? Now I have something I want to make, like a dress or a native I
Mhm.
want to make. what should be the first thing that you pop to people's mind when coming to AY stitching?
Well, for you to come to AY Stitches, you already know what you wanted. You must have something in mind before you walk into a store and say, okay, I want to do this or I want to do that. But when you walked in, I'm sure you'll be convinced that, wow, these people can do better. So you'll be relaxed because of the ambience and then the reception, the way we relate with customers.
Yeah.
So that will make you feel at home that this is where I'm going to.
Yeah.
So, and that has really helped us in so many ways. Yes.
I want to also ask about sourcing your materials, the materials you use for production, because you don't just sew native,
Hmm.
you make suits,
Yeah.
you're also into, uniforms
Yes.
for schools and corporate organizations
Hmm.
also. How do you source for these materials? Um, of course, in an environment like this, I'm not saying Nigeria is not good, but of course, we know the challenges. We've been talking about challenges, challenges, challenges. So, how have you been able to, ensure that you deliver promptly when it comes to sourcing for materials?
Uh, you know, most of most of fabrics I use, I import them. You know, I don't just buy from markets because what you have in markets, because of the current economic situation, they have lesser qualities. There are some that are high anyway,
Yeah.
but you see those ones that are high, they extremely high. But if you are able to get it outside, it's cheaper.
Wow.
So we've done that because we buy in bulk, so we have them in store, so that anything you want to do, you can just go to store and pick them. So even the uniform materials, there are factory that produce uniform, materials. So it makes it so easier for us, and that's why we are very affordable because we are able to get our material at a cheaper rate. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think Nigeria will get to a point where our fabrics are authentic enough, or it's when it comes to the quality, high quality? Do you think Nigeria will get to that point where we can actually purchase or source for our materials here in Nigeria?
What I believe, I believe uh, our problem is just leaders.
Yeah.
It's a journey, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We used to have some company way back that they produce fabrics, but one thing or the other, they closed down.
Ooh.
So, but we'll still get there.
Yeah.
So I believe, I'm a positive person, I believe. Yes.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about you, Mr. AY.
Okay.
Let's talk about your academy. You have an amazing academy here. Take me through your academy, and for viewers to also know more about the AY Stitches Academy.
Okay. So first of all, like you said, AYC has been on for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
And so we sit back and look at it that, okay, how can we give back to society? So we started that journey of, empowering people. It's not really about money. That's a token, but it's not so exorbitant. It's not so high. Something that people can afford. So we established the academy for like 3, 4 years now. So and then we are doing well. The thing is when you start a journey, when you start a school,
Yeah.
you don't just come one day and everywhere is filled up.
True.
That means something is
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah. True.
But it's a process.
Yeah.
It's building up, it's building up, it's building up. So that's the way we decided to give back to society.
Yeah.
That's if you are interested in fashion industry, female fashion or male, either ways, AYCGs will help you out to train you to that level where you can stand on your own and become relevant in society.
Do you think Nigerian youths are, patient enough to go through the process? Because you said something about process, and a lot of people just start off and like, this thing is not working, and there's a shortcut for them. Do you think that the fashion industry is a place or a space for the Nigerian youth to grow, using the word process?
Uh, well, the whole Nigerian cannot be a tailor. Everybody can be fashion designer,
Yeah.
But for those who are
Or interested.
interested, for those who are interested in that field,
Yeah.
AYC is open
Ooh.
to help you out.
Yeah.
That's why we decided to do a series now on YouTube so that they can watch freely. We are not charging for it. It's a free, just download it and then take it to yourself. So it costs us so much to get it done, but we don't mind. We are giving back to society.
Okay, that's
So that's the
CSR.
legacy.
Yeah,
That's the legacy.
yeah,
So that's what we are working on.
yeah.
Yes.
So I love your corporate social responsibility.
Okay.
Now let's talk about family. It's one thing to own a business like this, a thriving business like this, and having to balance your household, that's the family.
Mm.
How do you bring in this, that's your family and business? How have you been able to balance it?
You should be able to balance your family and business because family comes first.
Yeah,
Do you understand? At the same time, you don't joke with your business. So you need to balance it. When you have to go home, you go home. When you have to go to work, you go to work. You leave earlier enough to go to your workplace. And then when you are done, go home. You meet your family. So, it's just trust.
yeah,
Once that trust is there, they won't have to bother and say, okay, this man is not back. This is 8 o'clock.
yeah.
They know that something is holding you back at the office. So everything is in process.
Manage.
It's managed
Yeah,
properly well.
yeah.
Yes.
So I asked you the question. A lot of successful men or women um always have one thing that's like that affects them. It's either the business or family. Sometimes I often hear people say something has to suffer. Do you agree with that school of thought that says if you want to be successful,
Mm.
you have to give up something to get something, whether it's family or business? Do you think one has to suffer?
Nothing has to suffer. The thing is, you just have to be transparent enough
Yeah,
to make your point clear. You know the kind of job you do that is time consuming. So your family should be aware that this man, once he goes out in the morning, this is when he comes back.
yeah,
So, and then the family, as a man, at least weekend, why are you going to? Stay at home, enjoy your family, let that be bond.
yeah,
Do you get? Because
yeah.
during the week, madam has gone to work, children
Children.
has gone to school. So now this is weekend. You guys are around. Then there should be a bond. So nothing has to suffer. As a matter of fact, if you are doing your home very well, it will help your business to grow.
Mm,
Yes, it will help your business to grow because your woman will be very supportive, be praying for you. The children are praying for you. They know that that's the source of where his money is coming
income,
from.
yeah.
So they want to back you in prayer. And Bible says two will chase 10,000, while one will chase 1,000.
Yeah,
So you can see the difference. So the family has a role to play
yeah.
in business.
Wow,
So it's very important
wow,
to take them along.
wow. So a lot of successful business owners like you, there's a secret mantra to which acts like a drive, or it's a drive to their success, pursuit for success. So what is your secret mantra, or if you want to make it public, or your public mantra? So what's your mantra in general when it comes to business?
It's discipline. As a businessman, you must be disciplined. Focus. There are so many things that will pull you down. There are so many things that will pull you back. There are so many distractions.
Yeah,
But when you know what you want and where you are going to, you don't allow that to stop you.
yeah.
So discipline is the key. That's the word.
Mm,
You must be disciplined.
wow.
Yes.
Well, you've heard it all. You've heard it all. I think we're also going to see the academy. We're going to go into the workstation. AY teaches workstation. People don't often have such an opportunity, but I'm opportune today to go into the workstation. And I think for me, my take home will be discipline. Well, let's go into the workstation to just get to see how AY's teaching, how they roll or how they do their thing.
Suit section.
Yeah.
So there are different types of materials.
Ooh.
We have wool, we have cotton,
Yeah.
we have school uniform fabrics like
Yeah.
polyester, so all sorts. We have different types here. So these are things. Some are jackets.
Ooh.
So this is it.
Oh, okay.
And then we try to have some few fabrics here,
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to go to the store all the time to go and pick some materials.
Yeah.
So we have some samples
Yeah.
here. So we pick from here as well to make for our clients when they come around.
Wow.
So these are the samples of fabrics that we display here.
So I want to just ask something. For someone like me, I'll call myself a naive person when it comes to, knowing or differentiating materials.
Mm.
Is there a secret? Do you need to go to the school to actually understand? Because one can bring two types of materials. You look at it, it's the same, but you end up going back to your fashion designer and he says or she says to you, this is fake. So is there any secret to knowing?
You know,
For someone like you who's been in the business 2 decades and the
fine
joke.
for someone who has never been in fashion world before, who doesn't
Yeah.
really know much fabrics.
Yeah.
We learn every day.
True.
So if your tailor is sincere enough, he'll be able to tell you that, oh, this material is not good enough. This is very good.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of time. It's a gradual thing.
True.
Well, as time goes by, you will get to know them.
Yeah.
You get to know fabrics. It's not like I told you, it's a journey.
Yeah.
Life is a journey. I didn't just wake up one day and know all the fabrics. It's a gradual thing.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Wow.
That's how it is, yes.
Okay, so we're going into the workstation right now.
Okay. So,
Wow.
so these workstations. This is where we'll produce those amazing
Yeah.
outfits we see everywhere. So this is it. So we
Hello,
do.
everyone.
So this is it. So like you see, we produce uniforms.
Wow.
So you can see. So these are workstations. So this.
So where are we right now?
So this is um the academy.
Okay. Hello.
This is the academy where we train people.
Yeah. All right. So I walked into your workstation, and I saw a lot of machines, sewing machines, knowing the current dollar rate in Nigeria, and of course we all know where we get these machines. How have you been able to, ensure that this much machines, because it's not easy. The number of machines I saw there, it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy one. So how have you been able to do that? And for young people, who are also trying to come into the business, is there a
Well,
future for
for
them?
young people, they have
Yeah,
to be patient.
yeah,
It's a gradual thing.
yeah,
You can't get it in a day. We've been on for over 2 decades now.
yeah,
So we didn't just get them.
yeah.
So you bought them over the years.
Now, I walked into your academy and I saw young people there. That's you, students, AYCG students. A lot of people often believe that you need to have a certain amount of money to start up a business. Now, for
Mm.
fashion designing, do you think a huge amount is needed to start the business? Because some people feel, oh, I need to have like how much million to be.
No,
So what will you say to them?
you don't have to get all the money,
Yeah.
to start. I didn't just start AYC one day.
Hmm.
Do you understand? At the point, we started with one machine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as you
I love that.
proceed, you make it two, make it three, you make
Hmm.
it four. All you need to do, be consistent and make sure you deliver on time. So once they give you a job to do, you do it well and you deliver, they
Yeah.
will refer you to some
Yeah.
other clients. So from there, you are able to get, money
Yeah.
to purchase your equipment.
Yeah.
So it's a gradual thing. So you can start with one machine. It's okay.
Okay.
You don't have to buy the whole machine one day. No.
Yeah, I love
But if you
that.
have the money, it's fine. But start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Wow. Anyway, I had an amazing time here. I love the energy. I love the environment. I also love your manpower. I'm always very particular about employee-employer relationship. And working in, I saw the way your relationship with them, which I feel is also a secret ingredient to the success of AY Stitches. I had an amazing time today. Thank you, Mr. Ayodeti.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much to everyone out there watching us. He said something and I'm going home with that. You shouldn't be scared of failure. You shouldn't be scared to fail. because that is an avenue to grow. So yes, and with discipline, you can achieve whatever you desire. So the process will be there, but stay disciplined. Thank you so much for joining us today on Yellow Business Segment. My name is Jennifer Obupe. Till meet next time again.